again. This is Pastor Larwence sharing 5 minutes with you today. You know, I was looking in the scripture. We've been talking about it all week about life and about how short it is and about what we give. And I know you may be out there thinking, well, what can I give? You know, I may not have a lot, or there may be nothing I could give. And I look in the Bible, in John chapter 6, where all these people are hungry. And I look at the little boy who just has the few fish and loaves of bread. And when they ask him of it, I'm sure he thought, what can this do? This ain't enough for a couple of people. What could this do for all these people? But he gave it. He didn't ask a question. The Bible doesn't record that he asked a question or gave up a fight. He just gave it. And when he gave it, they put it in the hands of Jesus, and Jesus multiplied it. And it lets us know the gifts that we give are not measured by what we give, but how we give it. From our heart, a heart full of compassion and love. It reminds me of this true story. Way back in the day, and a lot of y'all can remember when there used to be encyclopedias. I know that's probably a dinosaur word now, but encyclopedias. And people used to go door to door to sell them. And there was this college kid trying to make his way through medical school in a suburb. He was going and he was knocking on doors and he was trying to sell these encyclopedias. And he knocked on doors. It seemed like it was a long day. It was a hot day. And finally, you know, most people were pretty rude to him and didn't have the time. And he knocks on this door, and this lady answers, and you could just tell by her countenance she was a nice lady. And he said, ma'am, I'm trying to put myself through medical school, and I'm selling these encyclopedias. Would you like me to come in and show them to you? And you could tell she looked down for a minute, and she's like, you know, sir, I'm so sorry. My husband's passed away. Don't have a lot of money and would love to help you. I would love to help you, but I just don't have the money for it today, and I am so sorry. But I will be praying for you and that God will show favor on you. So after they said goodbye, shut the door, the man thought to himself, I am thirsty, and if there's any place to get a drink, this is the house to do it because she's so kind. So he knocks back on the door again, and she answers, and she said, ma'am, I hate to trouble you, but I've been walking a lot today, and I'm hot. Would you mind to give me a glass of water? And the woman's face lit up because that's something that she could give. And she said, sure, come in. In fact, don't even worry about water. I'll give you a glass of milk. Well, the two sat at the table, and he drank his glass of milk, and she filled it up again. And you could tell both of them were just happy. He was thirsty, and she met that need. And she felt like she had done something today with a glass of milk. She couldn't buy the encyclopedias, but she could give a glass of milk. Well, years went by till this lady got really sick. She went to her local doctor. The doctor said, you have a rare heart disease. There's only 3 doctors in this whole world that could operate on you. She looks down at the ground and she thinks, well, there's no way I can afford it. I know what it costs if you get the flu, so what's it going to cost if only 3 doctors? The doctor went on to say 2 of the doctors are in Asia. There's only 1 doctor in the United States that can do it. He's about 4 hours from you. So after going home and talking with her children please says, Mom, we'll do whatever it takes. We'll help you pay for it. We just want you to be okay. So time went by. She went in. This surgeon never even showed his face. He would always deal with the consultants, but this surgeon was in such demand he couldn't be very personal with people. She goes in and she has the surgery. As she's recovering, she cries every day thinking what it's going to cost. And her children would remind her, you know, Mom, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. And she would just think to herself, how in the world am I going to make it through this? Well, one day the surgeon actually came in. He had an envelope and he placed it in her hand. And she started thinking, wow, this doctor's arrogant. He wants his money now and I ain't got the money. So she said, thank you, as she looked down. The doctor said, no, I want you to open it. She thought, wow, I guess he wants to show me what kind of person he is, that the job he does, this is the kind of money he makes. So as she opened it up, out fell a notebook piece of paper written in crayon. Your surgery has been paid for with 2 glasses of milk. That was the doctor that she gave milk to and never knew what he'd be one day, but God did. So just think today, whatever you can give, it's not the amount, it's not the size, but it's how you give it. And I promise you, God will use what you give to make a difference in somebody's life. May God bless you and have a great day.